my jeans. And so I've decided to stop worshipping Satan. He's a weak little bitch who's obsessed with Graham Greene. I've decided to follow my own path. It's a path that is filled with fat blunts and sexy ass jams in my sweet Prius. Thank you very much, guys. Are you guys ready to start the show? Let's give the energy. Up here. Up here. Are you guys ready to start the show? All right, let's do it. Kill Tony.
Hey, this is Redman coming to you live from the world famous comedy store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 3. Get up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh my goodness, everybody. Here we are. This place is crazy. Jerry's already covering his ears because the applause are so loud. He plugged his ears with his fingertips for that, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kill Tony. It's Brian Redband, everybody.
Hey, guys.
We're live in the flesh. We're back together. We weren't here last week, and now we're back. And keep it going for your house artist is here, everybody, with a blank sheet of paper right in front of him. The great Ryan J. Ebel draws every episode. So what you see tonight, he's going to draw on a blank piece of paper at the end. Those prints are available at ryanjebel.com. Jamie is in the back on the big HD camera, as always, at Jamie Vernon, at Josh Martin Comic running around. And one more time for Pat Reagan, everybody. Come on. You heard him. You love him. We are graced with the always amazing presence, you hear that horn, of Jeremiah Watkins as well.
Hey, Tony, we're coming to Seattle.
Yes, we
March
are.
24th, we're going to do a Kill Tony and a bunch of shows that weekend at the Parlor Live Comedy Club.
That's right, Seattle, Washington. You get a Kill Tony Live. That's happening March 24th, Thursday night. So schedule it now, buy your tickets immediately, and have fun with that. I'm going to be in Vancouver next week, and we're going to be in Seattle that whole weekend, and Zany, Chicago in the middle of April, and Cap City.
You just got back from New York. You played
Yeah.
Caroline's. How did that go? That was the old East Coast.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Very, very cold. I'm an LA guy. I like being warm.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, live audience. You guys ready for a crazy night or what? Let's just jump right into it. I am so happy to be back on this show. This is my most favorite thing that I do ever. So, out of all the crazy long sets in New York City and all that shit, I am so happy to be here. You guys ready to have fun tonight or what? We're gonna watch comedians do comedy and then talk to us comedians afterwards. And I always have two of the funniest people in the world on this show on any given week. And we're gonna do it that way again. Two of the best, two returning guests, two of the absolute best comedians that I know and am pleasured to work with on a regular basis. Put your hands together for the great Dom Irrera and Steve Simeone, everybody. Come on! Holy shit! 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 Two of the best, two of Philly's finest, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Unbelievable. Dom Irrera, probably our most used guest of all time. Just an absolute favorite, a monster.
Appreciate it. I'm just a little upset tonight because that motherfucker is not supposed to be here.
Oh,
I don't like his attitude. I don't like the look he gives me. The only thing I like is his girlfriend's tits. Like a pro. He had to tell me. He had to tell the old man, hold the mic a little closer, will you, Pops?
It's a podcast. I just want them to hear that, amazing, sweet cadence.
Yeah, could you say that line about my girlfriend's tits?
No. Tell me what to do.
Oh shit! I left that T-shirt outside. Fuck! I just left. Did it fall out of my pocket?
I got it.
Oh, okay, cool. I got a great T-shirt from Steve Simeone, one of my favorite T-shirts I've ever been given in my entire life. He sells these at stevesimone.com because he has an amazing, amazing podcast called Good Times with Steve Simeone. So he just gave this to me. He's one of my only friends that brings me the t-shirt in the proper boys medium that I wear. That makes me so happy. Everybody always tries to pawn off one of their larges, you know what I mean? I can't rock those.
I can't believe he's doing merch in the fucking podcast.
Red asked for one.
Yeah, it's cool because I was a big fan of the Garbage Pail Kids growing up, so it's really nice to see that back in.
Speaking of garbage pails, over 60 comedians signed up for the chance to do Kill Tony tonight. One of our record turnouts for comedians. A lot of people like following up with their New Year's resolution to start stand-up comedy. Over 60 human beings signed up for the chance. Not everybody gets up, just for the chance to perform 60 seconds on this stage. So what do you guys say we start pulling names out of the buckets and get this fucking party started?
Tony, I say we do it.
Okay, I like that. I was wondering for a second, then you really came in and confirmed. Pat Reagan.
Tonight.
Oh my goodness, look at you over there. Holy shit.
You look like a bad hair day.
Yeah.
I just showered.
You look great.
Whenever I...
Brings out your eyes, I'm telling you.
Very Earl Skakelly. You kind of look like a baby Earl Skakel.
You look like you almost look like Stephen Hawking with a guitar on him. Something like Stephen Tyler Hawking or something. I love that I love that shirt that you're wearing. Wait a second, what's happening here right now? Do you guys both have something to say?
I will rock you.
Oh, okie dokie. We took a chance there and nothing happened.
You called out the face thing. And
If you guys put your heads together, I think you can come up with something funny.
One day, with our powers combined, we become one comedian. One day I'll be funny.
One giant middle act.
And this is why I text this man every single week if he's available for this show. Oh, fuck. Let's do it, guys. You ready for the bucket? You ready for Kill Tony live from the Comedy Store? So many new comedians signed up tonight, so it's important that you know. You get 60 seconds if your name gets pulled out of the bucket. You come on stage, you know your 60 seconds is up when you hear the sound of a kitty. Aw, you hear that? That's adorable. How about one more time? There it is. That means you have to wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. Ooh, not that bad tonight. Wow, what is that? Mellow bear. Alright, well great. You guys got it. You ready for this or what? So we're gonna watch a comedian for 60 seconds and then we talk to them about anything in the world after that. Maybe we make fun of them, maybe we give them a tag, maybe we find out more about them that they could possibly talk about in their act longer than the 60 seconds that they did here tonight.
Bobby Liebig gave people money.
That's true. And gigs.
Yeah.
And Jeff Garland gave people gigs too. Maybe you guys can offer an opening spot to somebody if you like.
Jeff Garland should give people money to write him jokes.
Shots fired. Where is it at? Oh, the horse of truth came in louder than the West Hollywood Bear tonight. Wow, that was so honest that the horse of truth just came through the speakers. We've never had a live horse on the show before. I love that we have the horse mic'd better than we mic'd Dom Irrera. I pulled a name out of the bucket. This looks like a new one. I'm excited. Put your hands together for Nico Williams, everybody.
So I took my weave out, I'm rocking my hair natural, and I was in the mall. This black lady walks up to me and she goes, "Usually I don't like nappy hair, but yours is cute." I was like, "Bitch, I ain't friendly." Well, that's what I wanted to say, but she had a tattoo on her face, so I was like, "No, you right, it is kind of nappy." So I finished shopping in the mall, and I hate shopping on a budget because I always end up stealing.
Love that. You have 30 more seconds.
I just found out that my best friend has been lying to me about her age. I thought we were both the same age, 25. And then I realized, I was like, wait, we went to the same elementary school together. She was like, "No, I was working there." I was like, "What?" I was like, "We had a sleepover at my house." She was like, "No, I was fucking your daddy." I was like, "Damn, this bitch is old."
There it is, exactly a minute for Nico Williams. Yeah. I like your style. You're seen you here before. How long you been doing comedy in LA?
13 years.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I love the fact that you took a break after 30 seconds.
Well, I didn't want to be cut off.
Job's exhausting.
It is I'm not used to being funny under a minute, so.
You're the first black comedian I've ever seen get off early.
Really?
Normally, they're very well known for going over their time.
I'm mixed, so that's the white part.
Oh, I love that. The white part of you controls the time of your
So you got
set.
the intelligence of a white person with a beautiful ass with a black person.
I'll take it. My ass is small for a black girl, honestly, but I'll take it. Thank you.
13 years. I mean, it shows. Very likable, very cool. Where you been? Like, where do you perform?
Everywhere. I've performed here, the Improv, Laugh Factory. I don't hang out.
What do you
like
do
I
for work?
used to. This.
Really? You make a living doing stand-up?
And acting.
What do you act?
Commercials and stuff. I don't have a day job.
Wow. What do you act on?
Commercials.
Stand in
whatever.
for Frederick Douglass? It's a
Now
hair joke.
you got jokes.
It's a hair joke. It's a hair joke, guys. You have to look up Frederick
Douglass is a
Douglass's
man,
haircut for that to not be racist.
You know what? Oscar's still so white.
It's split in the middle, and it's like big like that.
Any known commercials that we might know?
Sleep number? I'm on a sleep
Whoa,
number.
you're on the sleep number bed? What's your sleep number?
I don't know. I just did the commercial.
What's your phone number?
Oh, so yeah, I knew it was something. You like a little chocolate, don't you? You like a little
I'll tell you, I've hooked up with a couple black girls, and I'll tell you this: they both have had that hairstyle. I'm into that poofy, like
I know. I could tell.
that little Jackie Brown shit you got going on.
You gotta keep those references hip.
You ain't getting that.
I've never been with a black girl
No?
for free, but let me tell you.
What's the truth again?
Just think
What's your if you don't mind me asking, what are you into? Which way do you go on the color chart?
I'm an equal opportunist. I date others.
Yeah. I'd imagine like I'd imagine that when you go with one for a while, then you go to the extreme other to get like over that one or forget about that one.
Not necessarily. No. It depends. You know what I'm into. Like sometimes I like Thai, sometimes I like Chinese food. You know.
Wow.
Sometimes I like white, Asian.
I love that you
Not
listed
Asian,
out of the 4 things you listed, 3 of them were Asian. I like Thai, Chinese, white, Asian,
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. Yeah. All the
Korean.
above.
No lane.
Whoa,
What?
Jesus, whoa, Brian taking a shot at the Asian's penis.
How much material do you have? Would you say? What's the longest set you've ever done?
I feature, so I do about 25 minutes.
And what's your topics mostly about? Is there
My family.
Family.
Dating.
Jews. Talk about
Jews
Jews.
not hiring me. Yeah.
Are you from LA?
From Miami.
Whoa.
Wow.
How long have you been in LA?
13 years.
Wow.
Baker's dozen.
You're so much
You thought about
cleverer than
that
you
one,
are
huh?
smart.
You really thought about that one.
So wow, that's incredible that you graced us with your presence. Anything else for Nika, guys? She's been doing comedy for 13
I thought she had
years.
terrific stage presence. I liked the way she hit the mark.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny that she stopped at 30 seconds and looked at you like, ta-da.
I mean,
No ta-da.
no,
Keep
it
fucking
wasn't a
going.
ta-da. I could have kept going.
You
I was,
ta-da yourself.
no, it was a fear of being cut off, you know, within the minute mark. But
Right? Well,
yeah,
Great job.
thank you.
that's great.
Okay.
Nika Williams. She's on Twitter, Nika Will, Nikawill.
She ta-da, didn't she?
Follow her on Twitter.
She did ta-da.
There was a little ta-da there.
She looked at you
It was a
like,
powerful 30 seconds, and I know how it goes. You do 30 seconds of killer fucking shit. You want to close strong. You know that your best 2 jokes are out there, and you decided to front end your 60 seconds, you know?
she had a little bit of that, follow that motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Drop the mic, and never seen somebody drop the mic and then pick it back up to finish their set. I pulled another name out of the bucket. Looks like another new one. Put your hands together for Isaac Hirsch, everybody. That's what happens when somebody misses their spot. I know this guy's here. He's one of the veterans on this show. Always very smart, funny one-liners. One of our favorites. It's Dan Nolan.
What's up, guys? I'm about to be celebrating a year clean and sober. I used to have to suck guys' dicks to get heroin. None of them would just sell it to me. It was so annoying. I was like, come on, guys, this is ridiculous. You guys are being a bunch of jerks right now. Oh, yeah, I go to AA meetings. This dude the other day, he was saying that he used to have to do gay stuff all the time back when he was addicted to cocaine. And I assumed he meant he was prostituting himself to get it. Turned out not the case. He would just do a bunch of cocaine, and then he would just go do a bunch of gay stuff. At one point he seriously said this. He goes, I can't even drink a Monster Energy drink or I'll end up sucking a man's dick. I wanted to tell him, like, hey man, that's not how that works, dude. He must have at least started out trying to be a prostitute, though, if he was that worried about rationalizing it or whatever. It's like, hey, anyone want to pay me $1,000 to suck their dick? No? Anybody just get rid of? I'll help you with it. Alright, cool.
There you go, Dan Nolan.
Thank you.
What can I say? That's some killer dick sucking material, yeah.
All dick sucking.
Yeah.
Very sexy act.
Very sexy act.
Not as hard as a rock, I'm telling you.
If you want another 60 seconds, there's the okay. The horse of tardiness. Dan, so much fun. I love your style.
Thank
You know,
you.
I love that you smile through your set. You know what I mean? You could be so dark and creepy if you didn't. But you balance your serial killer look with a lot of likability, and I think that helps you a lot. You also just fucking get to your shit. You know what I mean? I love that you just fucking get the material out there and let the audience decide if they're gonna laugh or not, which I think is important. A lot of people go so fucking slow. Anyway.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
So much
it's
fun.
so cool to be here, man.
Yeah.
Dom,
did
were here
you
one
start
time when I
wearing
was
pink
on
polo
heroin.
shirts when you were on heroin? Or
Yeah, I used to. Yeah, I would dress. Yeah, pretty much dress the same.
Now I saw you with a new pair of jeans a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
What happened to those? You went back to the.
Yeah, well, I wanted to wear shorts, but you can't wear shorts, so on stage.
it looks
you know,
like
so you
your
gotta-
jeans are still on heroin.
Yeah.
What happened there? Did you shoot up into your kneecaps or something? Were those the jeans that you wore when you were sucking dick? Or,
That's how the knees got worn out.
no knees left in there. Jesus. Some kind of like Pistorius fucking tragedy going on. Dan, how do you make your money now?
I work at a restaurant over in Santa Monica, La Brea.
Oh yeah, good old
Life
dick
Kitchen.
suckers. I know.
Yeah.
What's the restaurant that you work at?
Life Kitchen.
Life Kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, that I like that place. That's like.
Do you go there?
Yeah, well, I go to not that fucking location.
Oh, okay.
Never
What, the
tell you
Culver
where.
City one?
Yeah.
Oh, ew.
Culver City next to all the fucking
I haven't
movie
been there.
studios. Yeah, you dumbass.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one.
I think we know.
I think we've made a love connection.
Hey,
feeling it.
Pink, two in the stink. Guys.
They got a pink shirt
Are you
on.
any relation to Nolan Ryan?
No, that's my last
Oh, that's
name.
your last
so,
name.
Yeah. No, who's dude? Still me. It's definitely still me. Oh, shit.
I missed
Settle
it.
down. We're
I
friends.
missed it. Dan, what else is happening? So you're off heroin. What do you do to entertain yourself now that you're off heroin?
just
I
comedy.
imagine that'd be pretty boring. I mean, I go like a few hours without smoking pot, and life gets super boring. If I ever tried heroin, it'd probably be all that I could think about all the time.
He just jams empty needles into his arm. I still like the feeling of the needles.
I have done that before. I did, but like not recently. Like back, I would shoot water. I would just shoot water just to feel something.
Now, have you really sucked dick for heroin?
No. Yeah, I felt like I didn't have enough time. I usually go like, nah, I just bought it or whatever. And then, I was like, I only got a minute. So
Right.
let them think what they want.
Watch out, dude.
Have you ever almost sucked a dick? Have you thought about it for heroin, like when the times were bad?
No, oh yeah, I probably would have sucked a
Wow.
dick. There were definitely times where I would have sucked a dick for sure.
Could you describe the dick you would have sucked?
What would have been the maximum size dick that you would have been willing to suck?
Does it really matter? I don't know. Like,
Can you draw it on Ryan J. Evel's face? more like
I think you should start.
Yeah.
like let's say that you think that the chance that you could ever go back, like if you were like successful and with a ton of money, do you think you would go to like an island and just like go crazy like so many artists do?
I could see it happening, possibly. Like, you know.
Hang in there, kid.
Yeah, I worked, you know, I'm not as hard as I'd like to in my sobriety, but I do work pretty hard.
Do you ever have flashbacks?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think about it all the time. It's fucking terrific. It's like the best thing that you can ever do. It's so good that you would suck a dick for it. Like, I probably would suck a dick for it. People do it. That's why they do it.
It is interesting. Like, I mean, like, you know, like Dom, you love the NFL. I know that you have parties at your place on Monday nights. You have comedians and friends over and this and that. Like, but you would never, if they said that the season wouldn't happen unless you sucked a dick, you would never suck a dick for football.
Not a boy's dick.
A man's dick.
Chicks with dicks, what the fuck? That's not gay.
What do you think of Caitlyn? You have a
I don't think she was beautiful. I'll tell you that. That's Vanity Fair, the best makeup artist in the world. She's still scared the fuck out of me. 6'5" in heels. She's 7 foot. How scary is that? Would you suck the Bruce Jenner guy?
Yeah. What's the minimal amount of heroin you could get for sucking a? All right, forget it. Dan, it was nice meeting you. Dan Nolan, everybody. It's gotta be crazy going to like AA meetings as a heroin addict and being like, these fucking people just drink.
Well, he's so normal. That's what's scary about him. It's like you don't want to fuck with him too much because it's like one of those nights you're in the parking lot. Remember me, motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you just start sucking your dick. That was fun. Anyway, have anything for me? I pulled another name out of the bucket. We know this guy very well. One of the runaround producers here to try out a brand new minute of stand-up, a Kill Tony favorite, a namesake ever since episode 1. Put your hands together for one of our favorite people in the world, Josh Martin.
Okay. I have this impediment. There's a lot of things I can't do. I realize a lot of things I can't say. Like if I say certain things, no one's going to believe me. Like if I go out and say, "Hey, I'm giving a TED talk," no one's believing me. Like no one's believing that. Like if I were to say, "Hey, I'm very excited about my flashlight coming in the mail," that's more believable. People are like, "Yeah, he's alone. He definitely fucked a flashlight." I don't know. I realize that I have dick potential. Like I have I have potential to be better, and like to be great. And so I think all women should try to fuck me now because I'm not gonna fuck you later. You know? Like Jewish women should definitely fuck me because fucking me now is a great deal. It's a great deal.
Yep, there it is. Josh
I was waiting for it.
Fuck yeah.
You know, Tony, we had Josh on 2 shows this last week while you were gone, and I've had him follow Rogan recently. He's actually been improving so much lately. You've really fallen into it.
Mine is the past Monday.
It's amazing.
Except for Monday. Except for Monday, where you decided to do some weird story.
I did a story of how I almost slept with a guy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I got catfished. It's almost.
Josh, could you
Fucking
point
guy.
to where on the Woody doll on your shirt he touched you?
Was there a snake in your boot? I do a little Woody joke for you Toy Story Kill Tony fans, you crossovers.
Is there something that you think, is there a reason that you recently just kind of fell into it? Is there something you've been doing different or that?
Nah.
Nah.
Just realizing that I'm better than all these hoes.
Wow, I like that. A little bit of
There's so
fucking
much
confidence.
garbage in
Josh, can I
comedy.
ask you something? I noticed that you stare off at something that's in the top left corner when you're doing all your jokes. Like something up there, like towards the ceiling. What exactly are you looking at when you do your jokes?
I'm just still afraid to look at people in their eyes. I'm honestly I'm trying to get better at looking people, but I still tend to look right over
That's how they
people's
feel
heads.
about you as well. Guys,
The cataracts don't help. The cataracts in his eyes, they don't help that look.
some of that good old cataract humor.
Cataract.
Save it for the closer, Pat.
Wow.
I'm trying to get more comfortable looking at people in their eyes, but even when I naturally just talk to people, I don't tend to look at people's eyes. I
You look at their
over
tits.
the head. Mostly dick.
Now, what were you trying to say when you were talking about, what were you saying, like dick confidence?
Like I feel like as I get more confidence, I feel like people should sleep
But
with
you're
me
talking
now.
about like how you have this confidence, but you just said you can't look.
Well,
people in the
potential,
eye.
not confidence, potential.
What
like,
does that mean?
Like I feel like have potential to be something much greater than I am now. So you should fuck me on the low level.
I think that that's
I'm not gonna
then-
fuck you ever.
Then I think that that's what you should say.
Yeah, because
Yes.
that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Like I see you as like a future like Steve Jobs.
All right,
What's the
Pat.
Tesla guy? Type person.
You gotta drop the impediment, man. It's killing you.
I would just say, and if you also structured your set that way, if you opened up with your potential, then that bit you opened with would flow logically from that. That there are things that you want to,
Yeah,
like,
it's something I wrote like a couple days ago.
What was the
about,
first
like,
thing about again?
you always, like nobody would take him seriously if he said he had a
Like,
TED talk, but
yeah,
if he had
TED
a
talk.
flashlight. So if he
Yeah.
opens up with the potential thing,
Yeah.
that could set up a whole point of view for a 15-minute set.
Yeah.
Try and speak normal just to see what it would sound like.
Yeah. What
Seriously,
what
like-
can you say?
Like, hello guys, it's great to be here tonight.
Yeah.
Hello guys.
No, don't do the high voice.
That's really the only way I can kind of eliminate.
Well,
the
then
speech
try
impediment.
in your normal voice. Try right now.
I went to
Say
speech therapy
hello
for like 15 years and it
Okay.
never worked.
Nobody cares. We just want you to try. Just say hello. It's good to be here tonight.
Open your mouth all the way.
Hello, it's good to be here tonight.
Pretty good. Listen. You sound like the kind of guy that went to speech therapy for like 15 years.
It's like Caitlyn Jenner's school therapy. Hi, it's good to be here tonight. I am Josh Martin. I went to the Caitlyn Jenner Vocal Speech Training Academy.
I mean, yeah, you sort of have like this New Orleans like baby talk accent, and what's incredible
No
is
one
that
believes I'm from Louisiana though. Even everyone in Louisiana
doesn't want to claim you. Yeah, I know.
No.
He ain't from here. Fuck that guy
Like my
with
bro-
his fucking little doll kitty shirts.
Like my brother, like for example, my brother has a very southern like accent.
Josh, the
and
more-
I can't. He sounds worse than me. I think.
I've been noticing, I've known you for a few years, and I feel like every time I see you, you look more and more like a character from South Park, but I'm not exactly sure which one. Your head has become very round. You almost look like an emoticon of some kind. Has anybody told you this?
You told me that outside before the show.
Oh, thank you, Josh. Really breaking down the walls. Show
You
business.
gotta test that audience, you know?
And it was just as not funny before.
Wow, that hurt so much coming from one of the Pep Boys.
I love the angry guy. I love the angry guy with a speech impediment. Fuck you.
Did it used to be worse when you were younger? Like, could you not even talk?
Were you like goo goo cock?
Like I remember being in. I was in speech therapy when I was starting at the age of 3. So like I was in preschool for like 2 years.
God, they knew you. They knew you couldn't speak before like you
I
couldn't
could
even speak.
Yeah.
You couldn't even open your mouth. They're like, we need this. Fuck. All right.
What do they say it's from? Like just brain shit, or is it like Uncle's dick, or?
Is it true that you were dwopped on your head? Nice. Dwopped.
Could you guys
The
be a
joke
little?
about his lack of ours.
Could you guys be a little more sensitive? You're not like retarded, right?
No, I'm smart. That's what's up.
Yeah. Josh, you're the best. One of the most fun, growing comedians in the entire country. It's Josh Martin. He's at Josh Martin Comedy. Works here at the Comedy Store, working his way up, getting discovered by some of the funniest comedians. He's on his way to great, great stuff. I believed in him from the beginning. Fun fact about Josh Martin is the first night I met him, I was hosting the OR, the potluck, like a few years ago, and he was so funny on stage that afterwards I'm like, dude, what do you do for work? And he's like, I'm a manager of a McDonald's like an hour outside of town. And I'm like, dude, you have to quit your job because you look and sound like a fucking comedian. I always knew that he could be this guy that like looks like an alt comic but not be an alt comic, you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Does that make sense at all?
What are you trying to say?
He's like a reverse alt comic.
It's like if you
It's like Caitlyn, like from far away you'd be like, oh, that's a fucking chick, and then you get closer up and it's just not at all, you know what I mean?
you like
Bad
close
example,
your eyes.
guys.
You
Bad
close your eyes though. He's got one of those distinctive voices which are so important in comedy. Every great comedian has a voice that with your eyes closed you can tell immediately who you are.
Exactly, that's why you have such a normal voice.
Yeah. That's why I sing.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What was that? Come on, kid.
I was gonna say.
You know, everybody's been so good tonight. Usually I'm used to like a couple of people that bomb so we could critique them.
Yeah.
First 3 were all good.
We're just stuck critiquing Pat Reagan over here. What is that shirt? The lining of like a chocolates box or something? Like something like.
My ex-girlfriend got me this shirt.
Yeah. Did you break up with her because of that?
No, it's a great shirt. You know, I broke up with her for a myriad of reasons.
Ooh. Wow, your
Yeah,
vocabulary
myriad.
is
Yeah, I'm
matching
smarter
your
than everyone in this
scientist
room.
haircut that you have. All right, you guys ready for your next comedian
I'm
or
an
what?
alien.
He's Armenian, everybody. We know this guy. He's been coming to the show since it started. He's probably on episode 1. Put your hands together for him. He's been in New York City for like 8 or 9 months, and he's back. One of the fun little joke assassins, another one-liner guy. Put your hands together for one of our favorites. It's Gabriel Killian.
I enjoy masturbating, but after I finish, I usually feel really depressed. Sucks having to say bye to all my friends in the chat room. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and I want to know it. I recently came across an article on the internet that said, smoking weed every day can be bad for you. So I thought about it. I made a tough choice and decided to finally quit using the internet. Thank you guys.
You have 10 seconds left. You can do like 2 more jokes. You want to do another one?
Boneless chicken wings are the trannies of chicken wings.
That's actually true. Gabe Killian, everybody, come on. Gabe Killian. A lot of you recognize him as Ronda Rousey's corner man.
I've noticed your voice has changed since last time I've talked to you.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot more like
You sick?
Godfather. No, I just needed to clear my throat or something.
How much do you make driving for Uber?
Yeah, when he clears his throat, he sounds like Josh Martin. Lost everybody all at once. What happened, guys?
It's really nice that Dom's son started doing comedy.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
What happened?
Let me explain.
Anyways, that always puts everybody back on the same page again. So Gabe, you've been in New York City. What's happening? What's going on with life? How do you make your money?
I write for a mixed martial arts website,
Which one?
MMAoddsbreaker.com.
Oddsbreaker?
Yeah.
You gamble a lot, right? That's your thing.
Yeah, I make money betting UFC.
What's the most money you ever made?
Uh,
Off the record, allegedly.
on a single night,
Yeah.
a little over 10 grand.
Oh my god.
Wow. What was that fight? Do you remember?
I hit a few big parlays. I had one that was $25 to win over 2 grand a parlay.
Fuck yeah. Look at that. How long you been in New York City? What's different than New York different than to you about New York than LA where you started?
Well, in general, I feel more alive there, man.
Yeah.
And I love the comedy scene more out there.
Uh-huh.
Getting up more out there.
Is that because you're Armenian and you see all those taxi cabs and it makes you come to life and it gets you pumped up?
That's part of it, yeah, sure.
Are you a martial artist yourself?
No.
No.
You don't fight?
No. A little
Want a
jiu-jitsu.
piece of him?
Gabe, how much would it cost for me to pay you to read me bedtime stories at night? Because your voice is so relaxing.
Well, my going rate is 40 an hour, but I'll hook you up for 25.
Holy shit.
40 roses or $40?
That's what's up.
Like how all the comics knew what I was talking about back there in that pocket. Gabe, how long have you been doing comedy for?
5 years, a couple days ago.
And do you go up every night, or do you? Because I rarely see you anymore.
I spend more nights trying to get up and not getting up, and I have to get up, but I try.
You're going to the wrong places. You should try other places, dude. There's other places. I'm serious. I'm not even fucking with you. I'm being real.
That's a really good Gabe voice that you
Yeah,
do.
thank you. I have many talents. Nobody knows.
Gabe, what do you think about Pat being able to do a voice like that?
It's almost as good as Tebow's.
Thank you.
Okay. He likes that. Gabe, what do you like to do for fun? Tell us something interesting about you that's not just, you know.
Oh, well, I like to watch fights.
We've covered that. What else, Gabe?
I like to travel.
I like to read Agatha
Go
Christie
down to
novels.
Vegas.
Listen, I really like Wes Anderson films. Are you guys into postmodern classical music? I like Terry Riley. In the Key of C is my favorite. Also like jazz piano by like Keith Jarrett.
All right, Gabe.
It's a danger.
Marcel Proust.
It's a danger of Pat getting a laugh. He won't fucking let it go.
Gabe, it was fun to talk to you, man. Rock and roll. Another good 60 seconds. He's on Twitter at Gabriel Killian, K-I-L-L-I-A-N.
Happy birthday, buddy.
A lot of old Kill Tony favorites getting pulled out of the bucket tonight. It's like a little who's who. This looks like a new one. I don't know. This bad handwriting on the last name, but I'm just gonna try here. Jesse Valarla.
Hey, this set goes out to ISIS, baby. They would not expect me. That'd be like a major blow to ISIS. They would not expect me to do this in their name, but I am. I don't really smoke weed anymore at all because I don't like going to the doctor and getting like a weed card. I think that shit's really stupid, you know. So like I got my weed card. I went there and they're like, "What do you need a weed card?" And I was like, "Cause I'm a pedophile." I swear to God, the guy was like, "Oh, we got some dankity for that." It was White Widow. That's a cure for pedophilia. You guys ever watch like a bee die right in front of you? Like right after it stings you? It is so tight because they do not expect to die. They're like, I'm dying, but I attacked you. It's like, yeah, fool, read a fucking book. Like, how do you not know that? Hella stupid.
There you go. A minute. Hi, Justin.
You know who he reminds me of? A little Billy Bonelli.
I I don't know who that is, dude.
How's it going?
I don't know who that is.
His voice sounds the same.
Jesse, where are you from?
I'm from Seattle.
That's cool. How long have you been in LA?
Like a year and a half.
Seattle, March 24th. That's when we're gonna be there.
That's right.
Anyway, what about you again?
What?
How long have you been in LA?
Like a year and a half.
Oh, so fun.
You still
It is
ride a
fun.
motorcycle?
Who?
You still ride a
Oh
motorcycle?
yeah, I got a better one now.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a Harley, and people are impressed.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you buy it?
I bought it with credit, dude. They'll get anyone a fucking Harley. I swear to God.
That's so cool.
Are you rapping right now?
You seem more like a moped guy to me than an actual full-size motorcycle.
I had like several mopeds. I upgraded.
Who's the woman who was laughing at all your stuff? Like, is that your girl or your friend?
Uh-oh, is there a sidecar on this Harley?
No, that's Courtney. She's just in love with me because I'm really good at comedy.
Boom! Force of truth, where are you? It's so funny, I saw you hit the horn button and I looked over and Jeremiah went like that. It's so nuts. Jesse, so how long you been on stand-up?
I don't even know, dude. I really don't know.
Like ballpark it? 25 years.
Sorry for bothering you.
Right.
Sorry for bothering you. See me asking. Fuck with these questions.
It's like math.
He's a
dude.
little
It's like
demon
math.
queen
It's
over
like,
there.
cause I'll like do like 2 years and I'll quit because I hate it, and then I'll come back. It's been like 6-7 years or something like that.
That's so cool. You're so funny. What do you do for work?
I fucking steal shit. Sell weed and shit. It's so tight. Dude, it's such a rush, dude. I saw myself in a security cam one time, like stealing some shit, and I got caught that time. And I know why I got caught. It's because I have too much swag when I steal shit. Like, I was stealing shit, and you could just see me just like, it's like going up to this table. So I don't do that anymore. I don't do it anymore. I kind of.
You're funny as fuck. What's your last name?
Velasquez.
Velasquez.
Yeah.
So cool.
Trying to get famous, trying to get on some shows.
Sure, yeah, of course. You're already on one right now.
I guess so. I don't even know who you guys are.
I love it. That's exactly how I just asked what your last name was, so I'm pretty sure we're on the same page there.
Yeah, but you guys got shit. That's why I don't got shit.
Please don't steal this show from me, Jesse.
You still got a girlfriend, Jesse?
Yeah.
Yeah?
She's cool.
She's cool. She's not here? She used to come everywhere.
No, because she got a job now.
Yeah?
She's stripping now.
Really?
Yeah. No, really. She works at Deja Vu.
Wow, that's cool.
I feel like you didn't need to disclose.
No, it's more money for the both of us. They were like, oh, I saw your girlfriend at work. I was like, yeah. So whatever. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like you, man. I like you, Jesse.
Thank you.
I'll be your friend.
All right.
What do you guys think about Jesse?
I liked him. I liked the fact that he laughed at one of his jokes, and I was thinking, maybe he's thinking of something funnier than he's actually saying. But he's good.
Which one was that?
I don't know. I can't remember. There was such a cavalcade of jokes. One after another after another. No, but great stuff. You had a very relaxed demeanor, and
Yeah, because
I loved her over laughing for you.
Thanks.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you really steal stuff?
Oh yeah.
Why would you want to get into? Why don't you become an agent?
Like a secret agent? That would be tight. Yeah, no, you're right.
You're being sarcastic.
I don't know. It's something. He's got his own thing to him. He just commits to it.
This is that East Side comedy, Tony. You don't know what the fuck
Right.
people are doing when they're talking. You're like,
Hey, you know what's tight is like me and Pat are really good buddies, and there's this dude who has beef with both of us.
who? Kenny Lyon?
Yeah.
What Kenny Lyon got against you? Kenny Lyon hates me because I have a song called "Suck the Gun Like a Dick." I played it tonight, and Kenny Lyon once had to actually suck a gun like a dick.
And he hates me because I'm the best comedian in the world. I'm like, sorry.
Well, it was very nice to meet you, Jesse. Have fun, rock and roll. Fuck right. This is what happens to Disney stars. They have talent. They do stand-up. Jesse Glasses, cute BB apple pie. It's his Twitter handle.
What's his Twitter handle?
That's definitely an East Side comic.
Yeah.
Cute BB apple pie.
Cute BB
Apple pie.
It's millennials.
There you go. Fuck yeah. I love it. You guys having fun out there? How you guys doing? Crazy. Anything can happen. I'd like to give a shout out to Steph Curry sitting in the middle of the room right here. That's how popular our show has gotten. The actual Steph Curry comes in wearing his jersey just to watch the show. He's proud. He's such a Kill Tony fan that he proudly wears his jersey because he wants you to know that Steph Curry comes to Kill Tony. This is always fun. Now, this is a new one, and it's always fun. I've always said this, anytime it's one word. Anytime it's one word, it's always interesting as fuck. Put your hands together for Cruise.
What's up, everybody? Recently picked up a bad habit. I started shoplifting out of spite. I used to get upset at the grocery store. Not anymore. Just gonna rob the place. I was at Arco, I was paying for gas. I'm into Arco for about 60 bucks in gas, go to pay with my ATM card. They come back, they want to charge me for 35 cents to use my ATM card. All right. Took a 5-hour energy, put it in my pocket. Not gonna get mad at Arco, I'm just gonna get a 5-hour energy for 35 cents, guys. No? Not funny, huh? All right. Well, this is a fucking abortion. Now I don't even know if I should continue. I was at the grocery store. The other thing I do when I'm at the grocery store at the self-checkout, right? I got a rule, the 2-swipe rule. You guys try this? If I swipe an item twice, it doesn't scan. Shit's free, man. It goes right back in the cart. Nobody's checking.
Okie dokie. I think we know what happened there. I think Jesse Molasses fucking buried you, man. I think that's what happened. Cruz, you got your 2 biggest laughs on Nope, and that didn't work.
Yeah, it's not a good sign.
Tony, the good thing though is this is being recorded live. So.
Right, at least nobody.
Thanks for reminding me.
Well, you had to follow a guy who did stuff about stealing, so that kind of.
Yeah, you know, I almost thought about not doing it, but then I
you
was
went
like,
all the way with the stealing
fuck
stuff, and you're like, well, I get discounts, and it's like just not enough of an extreme.
There was like 3 or 4 shoplifting jokes already.
Yeah, I
you
know.
could probably just chose another 10 seconds.
I thought about that, but I was like, well,
You stuck with
I'd
your
already
plan.
committed.
Stuck with your
You
plan.
know, once you're committed,
I guess so.
I honestly think
you're just gonna die.
I honestly think the beginning of your set was fucked up by you futzing with the mic cord. I don't know. I have a firm. I always think sets can go so awry right in the first 5 seconds if you don't assert yourself, and when the audience sees you fucking around like that.
I also think it's tough, you know. I mean, less than about 24 hours ago, you were head coaching the Carolina Panthers.
That's the 20th time I heard that already.
Because I look exactly.
There was like five comics that asked me that earlier today.
Yeah, that's how it goes when you look exactly like somebody that everybody just saw the day before. That's what happens. Fuck yeah. That's fun though. What do you do for work, Cruz?
I own a cabinet shop. I build kitchen cabinets.
Oh yeah, that's right. You've been on the show before.
Yeah.
That's fun. Do you have more fun building kitchen cabinets than you do with performing stand-up comedy?
No. I'm pretty funny, man. This is a bad night.
Totally.
Happens.
What do you guys think? In the need of any kitchen cabinets?
Help me out, Steve. I haven't heard a whole lot from you.
How long you been doing this, man?
About a year.
Okay. I wouldn't worry about material ever your first year. Like you
seen
pointed
that.
out, the biggest laugh you got was when you were completely honest. When you're like, oh, this shit isn't working. The audience, they feel the difference. So I'd write from that point of view.
It's great advice, Steve. I wouldn't worry about material or being, quote, funny.
No, I think when you're honest, you're funny.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, like I said at the beginning, I think that you really should, since it's only a minute, I know you got more than a minute. It was bad instinct coming up and doing jokes about shoplifting. That would be like, tie that in with doing a heroin and sucking dick, and you did half the show. It's like a rerun.
Right. No.
I mean, I think that obviously you got some stage.
I was thinking that as I was running up, I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to do it."
Yeah, but you could feel it. You could feel it when you were saying it.
Yeah, I wasn't committed to it.
So acknowledge what you're
up.
thinking.
I fucked up at that moment, and then but you get a minute, so. What are you gonna do?
One door closes,
Start,
another
you
one
gotta go.
opens. But you build cabinets, so you know that.
Somebody kills and kill Tony.
Is that your real Twitter handle under your name?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was nice to see you again, Cruz.
All right. Well,
best of luck.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Cruz is on Twitter at El Robolo Dobolo. Just like it's spelled. A little bit of an emotional, musical verse there. That was for you romantics in the audience that were nuzzling up to one another. Little acoustic porn. Okay. Pulled another name out. Here we go again. Joel Jimenez, everyone.
Oh, is it hot in here, or is it just me having a full-blown panic attack? I'm a really nervous person. The first time I ever climaxed from masturbating, I was 12 years old. And I audibly said the words, "Oh no, I've gone too far." Just picture 12-year-old me sitting reverse cowgirl on the toilet. It was the only way I could do it. I put Vaseline in my butt. Nothing went up there. I think I just wanted to feel slippery.
Fuck yeah, Joel Jimenez. It's your first time on the show, right?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, buddy. How long have you been doing stand-up?
About 4 years.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Joel Jimenez is the drummer of the Baby Boys.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. Baby Boys is Pat Reagan's band that I am a huge fan of. One of my favorite albums is Pat Reagan Smells Like Shit. Is that the name of it?
That's the name of it, yep.
Back to Joel. Fuck yeah, Joel. You're very funny. You had us from the very opening, and
Do you really get panic attacks?
Oh yes, absolutely.
yeah, I could feel that.
He's like a Mexican Richard Lewis.
Oh wow! So he's your drummer and you're his lawyer?
Yep.
What's going on right now?
Yeah,
Why
I'm
are you
speaking.
explaining that?
I don't know.
Let me tell you more about Joel.
He's one of my best friends.
I know.
I'm excited to see him up here.
I love that. I love that.
He's like a human Gilbert Godfrey.
Joel, so what else do you do? You play drums, you do stand-up. What do you do for work? How do you make money?
I work at a skate park.
Wow. Yeah, that is the trifecta of being hip.
The kids hate me.
Why is that?
Because if you're under 18, you have to wear a helmet, and I enforce helmets. And they hate me so much.
Wow.
They wrote "fuck Joel" once on their neck. It was like in bubble letters too. Like it was fuck was like 6 feet long, and then Joel was like 6 feet tall, and then another ramp had a giant dick on it. Fuck Joel is carved more into that park than like anything else.
Wow.
So there's that.
Has the hoverboard made it to the skate park? Are they doing
A couple
that shit?
kids, but now I'm kind of like more. I like the hoverboard kids because they're not like pretend. The skateboard, anything the skateboard kids don't like, I can relate to now. So the hoverboard kids, they just want to have a good time, roll around.
Do you always close your eyes when you talk?
Yeah, he's very Gilbert. It's very
It might
Gilbert.
just be right now. I don't know. I've never noticed that. I'll pay attention to that. Thanks a lot.
It's so funny because you're like this hybrid of like an East Side like alt hip comedian, but also there's like something so like 1920s about
Thank you. I would like hybrid's good. I want to be a mixture of both. I would like to.
Of course.
Hybrids are sweet.
I'm every woman. It's all in me. All right, shut up. All right, moving on.
Indica and sativa.
How long have you worked at a skate park? Because that seems like the kind of job that you'd have for a very long time.
9 years.
You're right.
The first, I got the job when I was like 20, and that it was great. I was like, yes, I'm 20. And then the older I got, the more the job meant. I started being a little more anal about the rules, and then that's when they all turned up.
I bet it's pretty easy to get bored at a skate park.
I'm fucking bored out of my
Three
mind.
old men listening to the podcast in Paluxy. That's not even a city. So Joel, what's something crazy that you've seen at this skate park? Anything interesting other than just people saying "fuck you"?
This is kind of.
Anybody ever just completely refuse to wear a helmet? And if so,
Yeah,
what do you do?
There was. I wasn't
them?
there, but I heard this story. This ex-marine. I think he had a little bit of PTSD. He came and somebody told him he had to wear a helmet, and he got the helmet and he said, "I'd rather die!" And he threw it, and then he got in his white Acura, and I never saw him again.
Wow. And he was under 18, and he was
No.
a former Marine?
No. There's a little backstory on that. This kid cracked his head, and then after that, everybody had to wear a helmet.
Whoa.
And then we figured out that if you're over 18, you can sign for yourself. So that was during the time when everybody had to wear a helmet.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'd imagine a lot of that skate park would, Can't they go anywhere else like that has stairs and stuff?
Yes, I tell them that all the time. They're like, "Fuck you, Joel. We hate you. Get out of here. You're not funny."
They're your subconscious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they echo like your actual thoughts about you.
God, I hope they hear this. Nah, they'd still probably think I was a loser. It's okay.
Joel we went to the Cannabis Cup on Sunday, and Joel wanted the kids. He was like, man, at least the kids will think I'm cool because I went to the Cannabis Cup. So I don't know what these kids think.
Now I'm gonna have a panic attack that the kids are gonna hear that I went to the Cannabis Cup, and then I try to keep it like, okay, all right, moving on.
So
I wish I could have just. Okay, all right, let's go. Okay, go ahead. What'd you say?
Have you had a girlfriend recently?
Yes, I have. I've had a girlfriend for the last 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. So skate park for 9, girl for 11.
I know how to commit, dude.
Where is this lucky lady?
She's at home. She got off work at 7 o'clock.
Where does she work?
She works at a spa.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's a good job.
Simone said hello.
I will.
Does she do massages?
No, she runs the desk and stuff. She does all the. To make sure everything runs smoothly.
So the madam.
She prefers madame, but yes.
Well, Joel, very nice to meet you. Welcome to
Great
Kiltony.
job,
Very,
Joel.
very good.
Thank you guys. This was very fun.
There you go. One of the baby boys, Joel Jimenez. The beat.
That's the.
Hey Tony, do you think gay No, never mind.
That's gonna be a gay scorpion show?
What? Do you think gay skateboarders use Grindr?
Jeez, I thought you were ramping up to a better skateboarding joke.
No, I bailed.
Yeah, you should have pulled a real 180 there and never done that. You should have toe flipped out of here. I pulled another name out of the bucket. Put your hands together in pink font, pink handwriting. Anna Valenzuela.
So I was having sex with my ex-boyfriend and he had a stroke. That's right, I blew that motherfucker's mind. You would think that would never happen again, but I went on a date with somebody and 2 days later, he died. Fun fact about that, he worked for the show Cops, and he was shot on location. Thank you. Now here's the deal. Again, that can never happen, right? Well, went on a date. A couple weeks later, the guy was found dead in his apartment. So here's the deal. Either I'm comedically unlucky and Kill Tony is exactly where I need to be right now because my life's already a fucking joke, or I'm ground zero for the fastest acting STD you have ever encountered. Okay.
Holy shit. All those poor guys. Oh, God. And then, of course, after all that, you just died on stage.
I know, that did not go well.
Fuck.
It was very uplifting.
I'm sure.
So let's just jump right into it. How much of that is true?
All of it.
Okay, talking to the mic.
Yeah, I knew that.
What was it like when the guy had a stroke and you were having sex? It was.
Yeah, it was my ex-boyfriend. He's still alive.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah, maybe I should have said that. He's
What
still
happened? Was he just like, ow, or something? Like, when
He came and he went blind.
Is that true?
Yes.
You sound like you're like some kind of fucking curse or something.
That's the point. Yeah, that's the point
I
of the
think you
joke.
got the It Follows disease.
Yeah.
For the 4 people in this room that may have seen that amazing video
Yeah.
from last year.
Did you see her just stick her
So-
tits out? She goes, he came and he went blind.
Pussy's that good, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Do you really believe that? Do you
Don't
think
look at
that
me
you're?
when you say that.
Do you really think that you're special? So special that people are dying afterwards? Like, well, I've done everything that I could possibly do.
No, but it's something unique to me, and so it's like obviously those events happening in that order, that's unique, and so when I say it on stage, I feel like it's like different.
Wow, you're a dangerous one. I mean,
Yeah, that's. I mean,
that's crazy.
There has to be. There's no joke in people dying though. That you're just kind of like freaking
Right,
everybody out.
you're basically just reading a bunch of obituaries really quickly.
They say a lot of people can relate to comedy, which makes it funny. I think
Yeah.
anybody sit out there going, yeah, my boyfriend had a stroke too. It's fucking great. Then the other one died 3 days later. I can't breathe.
Neither can he.
You see the cop making a murder is hilarious, dude.
One of the great comedies right now. So the one that died. So the cops thing was a joke because that was shot on location.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a joke. So how did he die?
He worked for the show Cops. He was a sound guy. He was shot.
He was
I
shot.
actually know this story. I remember this headline, and when you said that, now I'm thinking, oh my god, he
His
seemed
name
like a
is
nice
Bryce.
guy. And
He was a super nice guy. We saw Nick Cave in the Bad Seeds together. We were fixed up by a friend of his.
Wow. So this was the sound guy for the show Cops.
Yeah.
Wow. My God. You work with the boom, you die by the boom. That's a much better joke than you guys are giving me credit for. That is an audio guy has to get shot for that joke to work. Think I ever get to use that? Huh? Boom, boom, motherfuckers. Anyway. So one guy had a stroke, one guy got shot, and the third guy, there was a third guy that died.
Yeah. He was found dead in his apartment.
See, what would be funny is if you're just like, and the third guy, yeah, I just killed that one.
I just killed. Yeah, that's true. That's really true.
Okay, but what actually happened?
That was it. We're not 100%
Just natural
sure.
causes?
Yeah, he had a lot of problems. He, like Dan, I'm clean and sober, and so he was in the program, and he had been clean for a while, but he'd been really fucked up through heroin. So I never had sex with a guy or anything, but it's funnier.
What did you do?
Girl.
You just
we just went out on dates.
He'd be dead if you had sex.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But he is dead.
Anyway, so he did it to himself. This is a bummer. I think I should just abandon the whole bit. Is how I feel.
Well, I mean,
Is this a eulogy?
There is a way she could probably do it.
Yeah,
just
you
make
have
it a
to
little
write jokes
lighthearted.
around it.
Maybe not
I felt like they were in there, but I guess they weren't.
What was the joke?
The kind of blew his mind, the first one, and then the shot on location. And
What part were you in when he had the stroke? Oh, you said that he.
we were in the shower. We were having sex in the shower. He took a final that night too and passed it.
Took a what?
A final. He was in grad school.
Wow, after
Yeah.
the stroke.
Yeah.
And it was a real stroke. He went
Yeah.
to the hospital. Because I mean, I've had sex in the shower where it's gotten so hot where I have to stop and then go lay down on the bathroom floor.
Dude, that
Right?
just happened.
Really?
It just
Wait,
happened to me.
both of you are excited about that. Were you guys fucking each other when this happened? You guys both laying next to each other on the bathroom floor?
Crazy. Yeah.
That's the worst too. Like I've had that happen a few times where I've just kind of fainted.
Anna, it sounds like you have a lot of awkward funerals coming up your way.
Yeah, well, yeah, I went to the two guys that died. I went to their funerals.
That was nice.
Yeah, really weird second date option, by the way, for the first guy.
Are you okay from this? I mean, 3 in a row. I mean, like.
It was about like 6 months before I started doing comedy, so no. But I think that, I don't know, it's an interesting experience. It certainly makes you value life and having a sense of humor through those things. I wish I had a better response.
Do you think you're at fault at any of this? Do you really take any of the blame?
No.
Because that's a crazy coincidence, right?
It's
You
a
don't think
lot.
you're a little bit witchy?
Yeah, you sure you're.
I probably am a little bit witchy.
Did you do anything? Did you read any like creepy books at like a magic store or something like
you know-
that?
Watched The Craft a lot as a kid or
Do you know
something.
who Tyler Durden is? Maybe you've been doing this the whole time and you're some serial killer.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, at least you can kill somewhere because
Because it wasn't here tonight. I agree. That wasn't my strongest performance. I think I'd done this before. I did better last time, but doesn't matter.
Anyway, what else is going on? What do you do for work, Anna?
I work at a drug treatment center. Yeah, I'm like a house mom at a sober living, and then I do comedy. That's what I do.
Have you had sex since these incidences without any problems? When did the stroke happen?
Gosh, that was probably 2.5 years
That was
ago.
about 3 strokes ago.
So you had
3 strokes. That was.
Chug the water forever, Pat. Just stay like that. I know the bottle's empty. Just keep it up. Okay, Anna, we're gonna move on. It was nice to meet you. What's your Twitter handle here? What does that say?
Anna V is fun.
Okay, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Anna V is fun, everybody. Twitter is Anna V is fun. Anna V is fun. Anna V is fun. Anna V is fun. It's all happening. It's all happening. We're flying through it. Here we go again. Oh, I went to a school with a guy that has this name. I'm wondering if it's him, but it's of course probably not. Put your hands together for Dan Walsh, everybody.
So I was watching an Army commercial the other day, and they had this guy on there, and he was like, when I was in Afghanistan, I worked with heavy machinery, and now I'm an engineer making $80,000 a year. And I got super motivated. I was like, fuck yeah, Soldier Steve. And I started thinking, I was like, you know, I was in the military, and I want a commercial. But if I started talking about the things that I did in Iraq, I think that my commercial would get some letters. Because mine would go something like this, would be like, my name's Dan, and when I was in the Marine Corps in Iraq, every day I used to masturbate while wearing night vision goggles. If you didn't know, when you ejaculate, that shit comes out glowing. And it kind of scares you. Oh, oorah. I love telling that joke because when you look in the crowd, people are like, this is what we pay tax dollars for them to masturbate in the goggles? Yes, you do. And thank you for supporting your troops. I had a discussion with a homeless person, and I didn't know how to get out of it, but I found out how you do it. If they just start talking to you about their mothership and shit, you just put your hand in your pocket and start playing with your balls. Just combat crazy with crazy.
Okay, Dan Walsh. How long you been on stand-up, Dan?
10 years.
10 years? Where at?
St. Louis.
Oh, okay. How long you been in LA?
3 weeks.
Wow. Welcome. I love that night vision goggles thing. I think you can get to it quicker and just fucking get right into, you know, I was in the Marines, one of the fun things I did was boom. And then I don't think you need any of that commercial setup or anything at all.
Yeah, just come up,
that premise is something I've never heard of, sounds like fun and fucking, you know, you can get more shit out like that, you know, just talking more about the Marines. You could totally own that and be doing USO shows. Have you ever done any of those?
No, when I was in Iraq, like my job in the battalion was to entertain everybody. Like if they had like time out. So like that's how I started in comedy, was at like my CO would be like, "Well, let's get up there and say some funny shit." So I'd have to like impersonate them, and so like anytime we stopped or we did anything, that's what I did.
That's
So.
great. What an important job.
You ran out of.
I'm serious. So,
I'm like, yeah, there's no like heroic story like I saved all these kids. It's like, no, I told dick jokes.
keeping the morale up is amazing. That's a really big deal. That's so fucking cool.
You ran out of material. They're like, hey, you guys want to see me jack off with night vision goggles?
Well, like everybody did it. The guy, someone told me about
you
it.
style your hair with that jizz?
You could, man. Sam, it keeps it fucking tight, man. Look.
High and tight.
I love that. It's so nice to meet you. What do you do for work now?
I'm a security at the Whiskey A Go Go on Sunset, and then
Holy
I drive an Uber.
One of the only bars that I ever like to go to in this town. Really? What kind of Uber do you drive? Uber X? What are we talking about? Let me guess. Civic. Am I right?
I have a Prius C. I have the 2016.
Whoa.
I have the newest.
Whoa.
So if you want to ride in fucking luxury, you pick Dan.
Wow. A little uppity about your Prius bragging.
Yeah, I know. That's all I got right now.
Well, that's fun. Did you just move to LA?
Yes, sir.
Man, you must be so pumped. Where are you living around?
I'm in Koreatown.
Nice. That's fun. What do you think about that?
It's great until you realize you have to park in fucking San Diego. Because there's no, like, I don't know if Korean people just like love walking or hate convenience, but like you ain't gonna find a fucking parking spot. Like you gotta get a Gatorade. What's your? I mean, get me started, dude. Other than that, it's beautiful. I love it.
Right. What about Koreans? You're from St. Louis, so is that a new thing for you?
No, funny. I grew up with Koreans. I was in Taekwondo as a kid, and it was like I learned from a Korean family. So I was actually like kind of a cool thing when that's where I found out I was gonna live. I thought like I would like get this kinship with them, and like we would and no, they don't want anything to do with me.
Fuck yeah.
They're like round eye. We don't like them.
What were you said you were in the Marines?
Yes, sir.
How long were you in Iraq for?
I was only in Iraq for 9 months. We went over like right after the first initial push. So like when we went over, like things were still pretty fairly new. So and then
Only 9 months.
Yeah.
well, there was guys over there that were like they were there for like 2 years.
Hey, don't holler at me, tough guy.
I'm sorry. I apologize, sir.
Right. You're a little out of the line, sir.
There were just guys who were over there for a really long time and did a lot of stuff. So when you're like 6 and 9 months, it's you know, I mean, you don't feel like you're much more adoration for those guys.
My two brothers fought over there.
Oh yeah?
Iraq and Afghanistan.
Oh, excellent.
Huh.
Well, tell them thank you next time.
You got it. I'll tell them if they want to get into whiskey half price.
Come see me, man. I'm going with the silver flashlight, the fancy
That's so
one.
cool. Yeah, you've been here for 3 weeks and you already have a job at the Whiskey?
Yeah, when I first came in, I came to LA in 2007 because I did Road Rules for MTV, and so a buddy of mine stayed out here that was on the show. So he plays in bands and that, and so when I got here, he was already connected with them and asked if, you know, just because of military experience, if they needed anybody. So
You were on Road Rules?
Yeah, I did like the challenges and stuff.
What season? Do you know Christina Pazsitzky? She's married to Tom Segura, and she was actually on Road Rules.
I know of her.
Do you know The Miz?
Not really.
Really?
No, funny story too. I was a professional wrestler for 14 years.
Get the fuck out of here. Me and Steve are two of the biggest pro wrestling comedian fans.
I wrestled out of St. Louis. Got to.
What was your name? What was your move?
When I first started, it was the Crocodile Kid, and I dressed up like the Crocodile Hunter.
Oh my god, I love this.
And I
found something. Here we go. This is why I ask these questions, you see? Yes, the phone of something.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. What was your finishing maneuver?
I had a few of them.
The crocodile sleeper?
No, one of them was the walkabout.
The see you later alligator?
The stingray.
I think I came up with like 4 of them like that, but there was one where I just grabbed a guy's head and I like ran up the corner and like gave him a stunner.
That's
that
so
was
cool.
the walkabout.
Oh,
so
I love that.
yeah, everything was like Australian. The guy who like was the promoter that made me do it was like hardcore old school, and he was like, "You just talk in that fucking voice. I better not hear you say anything other." So I had to talk like that, like
Australian.
to my family.
Australian.
Yeah.
So, like, cut a promo for us. Like, what would you say if you were cutting a promo against an opponent? Like, let's say you were going up against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. What would the Crocodile... What was your name? The Crocodile Boy?
The Crocodile Hunter, because that would be an epic match.
The Crocodile
Hunter in the...
Cut a promo right now. Tell us in that voice, like, how would you do it?
Oi! The Crocodile Kid's gonna go against The Undertaker. He's a scary man, and I think he peed in me duffel bag backstage. I'm mighty excited, although I'm kind of scared. That's why I brought my pythons with me.
Fuck yeah. Dan, so fucking cool. Welcome to Ireland. 3 weeks in, and you already have a home here. Come back anytime. Dan Walsh, everybody.
Thank you.
Anything else for Dan? Fuck yeah, he's on Twitter at DanWalsh83.
He better do that on stage. Like the whole wrestler thing.
Yeah. Dan, you totally have to talk about that. It's like good life experience, and stretch on that, and stretch on the Marine stuff too, because the night goggle thing is so funny. Great premises. One more time for Dan Walsh, everyone. This is the part of the show where we have one regular here tonight. Vanessa Johnston called in sick, but we still have our one other regular, always nervous, always trying her best. Put your hands together for Melissa Esslinger, everybody.
I went to a parking garage, and when I pressed the button to get my ticket to go in, the machine was like, please obtain validation upon exit. So I guess I can stop paying for therapy and just start going there twice a week. Speaking of therapy, I still sleep with my Barney doll, which is probably maybe why I'm still single. Also, maybe why I tend to attract pedophiles. But yeah, you could squeeze his hand and he would sing the I Love You song, except I think that like it broke or something, because I squeezed it and I'm gonna do this. I squeezed it and it sang, I love you, you love me. Hold on, I'm gonna start over. I love you, you love me. Jesus Christ, now I'm forgetting it. No, I gotta do it.
Yeah, there
I got
it is.
I have it. Holy shit, I know
I don't think it's gonna get any better, Melissa.
No, I have
I'm listening to it. I love you, you love me, then what does it say?
Well, hold on. Look
No,
at it right now.
no,
Okay.
relax,
All right.
Melissa. Gather yourself. How's it going? You okay?
Oh, I got it.
Okay, sure, go
Thank
ahead.
you. I love you, you love me. We're a fucked up family with a not even real hug.
Okay,
and
don't
a
ever
pill
do
for
this again. I'm
therapy.
gonna cut you
Hold
off.
on.
No,
If
no,
you
hold
loved
on.
yourself,
No,
okay.
this is the worst
You
thing I've
wouldn't
ever
have
heard.
me.
Melissa, how's it going? How are you? Everything okay? Put your hands together for Melissa, everybody. Trying her very best.
So it needs to be quicker. It needs to be shorter.
Yeah, I just hate songs in the middle of jokes anyway, naturally. But anyway, how's it going, Melissa? How are you?
Good.
I'm gonna get right to it. Let's say that the material that you're presenting is a steak, right? That you're feeding to the audience. The way I've always looked at it is ums are like, at each that you say, it's like taking a shaker of cinnamon or something fucking with a weird taste in it. You're dumping it on that steak each time or something like that. Like something that sort of sucks more than cinnamon. You know what I mean? Like fucking, I don't know, mustard or something. Something that you just don't want on a steak, on a delicious steak, with your material being the steak in this analogy.
Yeah.
These the first word out of your mouth was
Yeah.
You said, and you had 2 weeks, you know what I mean? So we didn't even do a show last week, so this is, a minute, and your first word is I know I'm being like tough cop here, but that's because I want to see you get better, and you should be morphing into an assassin, and you just, yeah, it's not easy.
It's nervous energy. It's like people who say, or like I was like walking in the,
Yeah.
You don't need it. You don't need it to connect with people. You don't need that. You can go straight to your stuff, and we don't know what you know and don't know, by the way. When you go, hold on a second, I'm going to get, what else are we going to do? There's no need to break down those walls in that direction.
I thought the coolest thing I saw all night was you throwing her that life preserver where you're like, talk to me. Talk to me. Like, okay, stop with your set. Talk to me to calm her down. And I noticed throughout the whole night, everybody was really funny, but they were funniest after they presented their material.
Totally.
So, like, that's the secret. It's like you only have a minute. That sucks.
Right.
You're new. You still care. That sucks. Eventually, you'll have more time. You'll care less, and then you'll be that person that was getting interviewed by you instead of the person trying to be funny. And that's when you'll get really funny for everybody. Because you notice that everybody had great stories. I was like, why did you do that stupid joke when you have this
Because
life?
you couldn't think of better material at the time. What you need is more talent.
Oh, there you go.
All right. If I can take that, I guess I'll die. I'll be all right.
Well, Melissa, it's not always easy. It's stand-up comedy, and you're still in your first few months of your residency as the Kill Tony regular. We believe in you. We'll see you next week. Melissa Esringer, everybody. It's on Twitter, Melissa Esringer. Watch her grow live every single week. Ryan J. Ebelt drew tonight's episode. Look at it. What do we got? Oh my goodness, it's us with a cool background. Black and red and yellow. He draws it live. RyanJEbelt.com for all those prints. Jamie Vernon's Jamie Vernon, at Josh Martin Comic, Patty Reagan, Jeremiah Watkins. Guys,
Jeremiah stand-up.
Jeremiah stand-up on Twitter. Patty Reagan, Pattyregan. Steve Simeone, Dom Irrera. Anything else you guys want to plug before we leave? Anything else coming up? Good Times Podcast at Dom Irrera, IRRERA. The greatest, one of our favorites. Dom Irrera, Steve Simeone, thank you so much. Live audience, thank you. Make some noise. That was listening to the podcast. Seattle, March 24th, Kill Tony live. Good night.
It started like the last 19 seconds. 19 minutes. Sorry.